Hey guys, I'm Stephanie and this is Steph Stove, and today we're going to be making a yummy cake perfect for the season, and it is a pumpkin cake. And this pumpkin cake couldn't get any simpler than this. It only has 2 ingredients, and I guarantee you it's just 2. So let's get ready and make this flavorful and super easy pumpkin cake. Let's go. All right, to get our pumpkin cake started, we're going to start off with 1 box of Duncan Hines Perfectly Moist Spice Cake Mix. We're going to dump the entire box in here. Get this open, it never fails. Sometimes these things are really easy to pull apart and get open. Sometimes they're not. So I'm just going to use my can opener end to get this open. And dump that whole thing in. I'm just going to use my batter bowl to do this because I'm going to be mixing all of it by hand. So it won't be necessary to put it in a stand mixer or anything of that nature, just because it's going to be super easy. So that's ingredient number 1. Ingredient number 2 will be an entire can of pumpkin. So open this up, and I always use these hand-held or hand-operated can openers. I kind of got in the habit of doing this many years ago because I stayed with my grandmother for a while before my husband and I got married, and it never seemed to fail that if the power went out, we couldn't use one. So she always used just a handheld can opener, and I got in the habit of using one too. And even as I had regular electric can openers, I just stopped using them. I just rather do it quickly by hand. I'm going to put this entire can in here, and I'm going to kind of press it into my flour, my cake batter here, and mix this around. And again, there are no other ingredients necessary, just these 2, from the spice mix and the pumpkin together. It's just a good mixture here. Continue working these together until they're well incorporated. You can see it's coming together very nicely. Now, of course, you could do this with a hand mixer and it would go a lot faster, but again, I'm just doing it by hand. Look at that batter. There we go. It's like magic before your eyes. It just comes together. And again, everything you need is going to be perfect right in here. I'm just mixing over and under just to be sure that I've got everything incorporated. Just a nice smell. Pumpkin and that spice. Now, if you like cakes like pumpkin with a lot more spice, you can by all means add more spice to this. This is not going to be an overpowering like a pumpkin cake. You know, like if you think of pumpkin pie, sometimes people will say, well, I just don't like a lot of pumpkin pie because it's just got too much spice in there. Well, that's the beauty of it. If you make it yourself, you have the choices to kind of add or subtract some of the spices kind of to your own personal preference. Because I know I've even thought the same thing as I've had pumpkin pie that's off at places or at restaurants and so forth, and you're kind of excited for it and it's just overpowering with spice. So if that's not something that you like, and I don't like things super spiced, then you know when you make it yourself, you always have the option of controlling that. It's always good. And again, at my bottom, I see just a little bit more of the cake mix that I need to incorporate. I'm trying to get that all the way down to the bottom. I want to pour it out and have cake mix that's not blended. And again, you don't have to worry about over blending this. It's just a delicate mix. there we go. Our batter is perfectly mixed together. So we are going to take a 9x13 baking dish, and I'm going to very liberally grease this because I don't want it to stick. Then we'll spread it in the pan and get ready to put it in the oven. I did have my oven preheating at 350 degrees, and we will bake this until a toothpick is inserted in the middle that comes out clean, and that will be at about 25 to 30 minutes, depending on your oven. But again, what you're looking for is that toothpick to come out clean. So you may have more time, you may have less. And if you know your oven cooks fast, like sometimes mine definitely does, I have to start catching just a little bit early and checking things out. Spread this out, and it's so greased, it's constantly moving on me. That's all right. You do want to be sure it's well greased, because again, the last thing you want is your cake sticking when you're ready for it to come out. Spread it evenly. And if you wanted nuts or something, you could add them at this point. We're gonna leave this just kind of basic. Get all that batter off. Got that, I'll take that off. Take that extra off with my hand. We'll get ready and put this into a 350 degree oven. All right, let's get ready and check our cake. Ooh, doesn't that look pretty in there? And so we want to be able to put a toothpick in the center. And as you can see, my toothpick is clean. So it is ready. Take it out. Look at that. Pretty little cake. It's like a little rustic cake. I'm Stephanie. This has been Steph Stove. For today, we made a super simple pumpkin cake with just 2 ingredients. This cake, we do need to let it cool completely before we cut it into squares. And to serve it, you can dust it with powdered sugar, eat it by itself, just plain would be fabulous with a cup of coffee, or with some cream cheese frosting. If you're not sure how to make some good cream cheese frosting, stay tuned. I'll post a video about that as well. Again, I'm Stephanie, and this is Steph Stove, where we're making memories one dish at a time. Be sure to give us a thumbs up, click that subscribe, so you can be notified when more great videos post. I do hope you try this and have a great evening. Bye.